What's going on, guys? I will show you how to bring your melodies and chords to life. It might be the situation that your melodies and chords sounds a bit dull and boring and doesn't have like much depth to them. So I will show you how to make them and let's get to it. Let's start with the piano first. I usually use the Labs. Labs is a free plugin that you can download for free. And there's the soft piano preset in here and it's also free. There's some packs that are not included in the free version, but there's actually some very cool free alternatives if you want to browse them up. Yeah, so the piano sounds like this. It's pretty nice. Let's start with a simple melody. It doesn't matter. I think this is in C minor now. Yeah. Just like simple chords actually. Okay, those are pretty nice. And now let's strum them a little bit. Like this. Isn't that very beautiful? Let's make a little melody on top of the chords. I like to make these little strum notes here and make the volume a little bit lower so it like gives you the more realistic sound for your chords, because usually when you play piano you sometimes make little mistakes like switching the notes. So this is like the notes that you accidentally play like this. Okay, now that we have our melody, I added some bass notes to it to give more harmonics and more depth to them. So it's just basic chords and I strummed them like this and made a little melody on top of them. But the melody still lacks some depth to them. I don't know how to say depth, okay, depth. And I will assign them to the mixer channel and also track them to the second mixer channel. And let's call this like reverb. And to make them more interesting, I don't apply the reverb straight to the piano because it might get it like more flushed and more muddy, and I can control the reverb better from here. And if I want to add some other instruments to the same reverb, I can just add them to this second mixer channel. I don't want that every instrument uses its own reverb. I want to share the reverb because you want your track to sound similar, and if the reverb is the same, it sounds more natural and like it's in the same room, because reverb simulates like different kind of spaces or something. So if it's like in the same space, it sounds more natural. So yeah, let's use the FL Studio stock plugin reverb for now. And I will choose the large hull and pull the ER a little bit down, high cut it, like low cut it a little bit. Yeah, let's test it out. Okay, sounds much more beautiful. Now I will put an EQ to the same mixer channel, to the reverb mixer channel, and I will cut the lows and a little bit from the highs. So like this, because I don't want the reverb to go anywhere near the bass, because otherwise it doesn't leave space for the bass and it gets more muddy. And I will cut a little bit the highs. I want the hats and higher pitched effects or percussion to pop up in the track. Now it sounds like a little bit more flushed. So I will add an OTT. So basically OTT brings up the harmonics, and it's a multi-back compression tool. It brings up the harmonics pretty nicely. It almost sounds like a guitar now. That's why you have to adjust the highs. It brings up also the nice white noise that the piano naturally has. And I will put a sound goodizer. Sound goodizer is actually also like a compression, saturation type of tool, but it's all built in the one knob, so it's easy to use. If I want the piano to be the main element, I will usually maybe not put a limiter, or I will just keep it like in 0 dB or something. But if I want like to be a secondary instrument, I will lower the ceiling a little bit, so when you compress it, in the end it doesn't push through and mud the mix like with the melody or something. I will just pull it a little bit down. It doesn't do anything right now, but it will in the end, so this is better. And if you want your piano to have more of the natural click, you can add a serum, or you can use actually any kind of one shot also. You don't need serum, is like expensive one. I can use this noise oscillator in serum and take some attacks, and I will put the velocity here. Now I will just basically copy like everything and copy it to the click. Let's listen it without the piano first. Can you hear? Now we can try it with the piano. We can try different kind of attacks, and you should, because some of the attacks sound much better and some of the attacks sound not that nice. You don't want your listeners to even notice the click that much. You want them to hear it like quite naturally. So you want it to be pretty low, because usually when you play piano, it's also like, it's not like popping up. Now you want another synth to follow the bass chords of the piano. I will use Odin. Odin is actually a free plugin. You can download it from the internet. Just Google Odin 2 and you will find it probably. Bring it like an octave up, like this. And let's take the melody out of it, so the melody can be separate. Let's put this in the same. You can adjust the velocity from here, the overall velocity, because it goes into the same mixer channel, so you cannot control it anymore from here. And you just want the little harmonics to bring up the piano. We can see with the EQ actually. Okay, you can see here in the mids it brings up nicely the harmonics, but we don't want them to pop up that much, so we will turn the volume a little bit down. want it to be very subtle. Okay, now the melody sounds much better and much fuller. There's more harmonics to it. It doesn't sound like that dull. You can also add a delay to there if you want and try different kind of effects on top of that. But those are the basic steps that I use usually to make my piano or any synth sound like better. And you can try them also and see what happens. Thank you for watching, and if you liked it, leave a comment and I will do more this kind of videos in the future. See you guys.